What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So we have a DC character, Nightwing. Dick Grayson, I think. I'm not sure, I'm not up to date with all the DC stuff. But yeah, sort of standard portrait of him with sort of sticks coming out from behind his shoulders. Let's go. So we'll start with his mask. Well, the eyes and then the mask around it, okay? So let's go. Center point of my page is about here. Use a pencil for these, right? Pencil eraser, and take your time. Hit pause if I go too fast. So, center point up, over to the right. So we'll start with those white eyes. You can't see any pupils or anything, so it makes it easier for us. So we just go up, down, like so. And then we bring it sort of around the bottom here. In this kind of shape. Kind of always reminds me of like a lemon, like a skinny lemon, or like an almond or something like that. And so your eye width over, right? So the width of an eye, and then you come over and do kind of the same thing. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can have one eye bigger than another, you know, in humans. So you can go up and over. And bring it down, and then back around underneath. To there. Alright, so see, like one eye slightly smaller than the other, but that's okay. That's totally cool. Right, so then that mask, right? So we got like a V in the middle here. Now I've seen different iterations of his mask, so this is just the way I see it anyway, or on this mask. So, and then this kind of comes down diagonally into there, and then diagonally down here. So we've got this like letter M sort of thing going on, and then this will come down towards his cheek there. Do the same thing on the other side. So we go down this way, and then it comes up like so, and then it kind of hooks down here, right? So you do the same thing. Now his fringe sort of comes across his mask, but we'll draw it in and you can sort of erase it afterwards. We'll just draw in what we can see nearly. So this kind of curves up around the side here, and bring it back down. Another hook on top, right? So you'll just go up around the other side as well. Keeping them as even as we can anyway. And back down into there, okay? And right, then we'll go, let's see, does he have, right, yeah, so we just go sort of in this way and then back down into here, right, and then same on this side, so we kind of go up and then back down into there, and then I go down, and we have another spike in here. Now I've seen sort of versions of his mask that go flat across, but this one has another spike sort of coming up here, right, like so. Then we have sort of a brow line, right? So it like comes down here and up, back this way. You might have an eyelid line in under here, maybe something else down here as well. And this kind of comes down this way. So just this sort of eyebrow line goes diagonal, back down. Bit of an eyelid on top, and something just here. And that's kind of enough for his mask, right? So we'll do his nose. So the easiest way to do the nose is you kind of do a line down here, and kind of curves out and then hooks back in, right? So sort of a simple way, right? And then if you want, you can add like nostrils and stuff. So like a nostril sort of sticking out here from the side, and then maybe another one just like there. So his mouth. So we'll just do sort of the center line, right? So we'll go up, down, back up in the middle, and then back down. Like so. And if you want, you can add like a little sort of suggestion of a top lip. just there. And then a bottom lip, sort of there. And there might be like some hatching or shadow and stuff here. Maybe like a suggestion of his chin, just like so. So he's got a real strong jaw in this image, right? So his chin is like real square, comes across like this. So he's got that classic DC sort of and Marvel comic book style, big strong jaw, right? And then the jaw, so comes up this way, right? And on the other side, go up as well. So your jaw is like about mouth level, right here, and just on the edge of the mask. And then that'll go, start to curve around, it'll go up the side of his face, like up here. And it kind of disappears behind hair, sort of here. Sort of like a sideburn, sort of starting here, right? So this comes down, and we just kind of smooth up these lines, right? And we'll go up this way as well. And then he's got like some cheekbones or something here. Like so. So he's got like this floppy sort of fringe, right, that comes down across his head. And it starts sort of like, say, top of his forehead, it'd be like, where would I put it? So we'll just go like here, right? And it comes across, and then he's got like all this fringe coming down here, okay? So it's quite small now because I think it's like his head is tilted back. So like in terms of proportion, right? So just we'll check. So eyes to, say the top of his eyebrow or something to his nose is about the same as nose to chin. So here to here, top of his mask actually, because his head is like tilted backwards in the image I'm drawing from. So like here to here, about the same as here to here. And here to here, roughly the same to the top of his head, right? Top of the mask, say, to nostrils is about the same as top of the mask to his hairline, his top of his forehead there. And then your hairline goes sort of down this way, right? And then we got like floppy fringe, right, coming down across his eyes. So like you'll have this sort of hair spikes coming down like so. Then another one sort of coming down across here. And if you go over any of your mask and stuff, you can just erase it. Then another one comes down this way. Comes up. And then eventually it'll just become sort of like this sort of fringe here. Like so. And then some hairlines that come down like across his ear on this side as well. Kind of curve out, spike in, right? So, right, so then there's like hairlines coming down this way. This is like the part in his hair here on the side of his head, right? So we've got like a part in his hair just there. Right, like that. And you know, all this sort of hair texture and stuff going out this way and down. Like so. And then we just add some side of his head, bumps out for some more sort of hair there. Like that. And the shape for his head on this side as well. Comes down like so, and then more sort of hair spikes sticking out. Like that, and then And you can add some more texture here to these. Like so. And then his ears, we can see them underneath. And say like the same over here. So this will go under some more hair on this side as well. So say like here. And like that, and then we can see some like bones and ligaments on the inside, maybe like a hole there. Roughly speaking, like so. Right, so then his neck, real thick neckline, comes down like so. Same on this side, down to there. And there's like some hair in behind his neck as well. That's why we sort of drew it in that way. So the part in his hair should go. And of course, any mask lines, you can just erase those or color over them. You can make it kind of as hairy as you want, right? So then, just kind of hair spikes sticking out back here. Just in behind his head. And his neck, so it comes down just to about there. And as much sort of texture on that as you want. Boom, like so. Right, so then trapezius muscle comes out this way, out this way, right? And we got like lots of anatomy now, so because it's kind of, he wears a sort of a skin tight kind of costume. Well, in the picture I'm drawn from anyway, I've seen it lots of different ways. Right, so we got like a bump out for his collarbone here, right? Like that. And then we have neck muscle sort of going down this way, right? Maybe like Adam's apple, just in there. Oh yeah, and the collar comes across the front, curves around and up there. And then like another neck muscle maybe there, and something else, maybe there or something. Could be some hatching just on his trapezius, coming down here. Right, so top of his chest, like, so he's real muscly, right? So we have a collarbone technically, right, that comes across, but it's like a very sort of muscular sort of collarbone, right? It's like the top of his chest and his collarbone all in one. So that'll like go up that way, right, towards that bump there. That's your AC joint. Top of your shoulder, collarbone goes in there. Same on that side, right? And the center line for his chest will come down here, okay? So these chest muscles come across quite sort of square, sort of big, up around here, right? Like that. Same this side. And you can make them as big as you want, but we'll just oops, it this way, up into here, right? Don't have to be perfectly even both sides. And then you could have like anatomy like coming across this way. Yeah, and stuff here, chest muscles. Like so. So then his shoulders come out here, and like shoulders come out you normally head width, right? So the width of his head, that's the distance you want to come out, right? So it comes out about here. Right? So width of his head, not his ears, face, like there, and it starts to drop. Right, it starts to drop just about face width out. Just there. It's a good rule of thumb. It's not accurate all the time, depends on the character, but so shoulder out there, and same thing here. Like so, right? So then tricep sort of comes out this way, in, arm comes down there, and then tricep out, down like that. And then you have biceps inside here and like the side of his body, okay? So say like a bit more chest muscle, maybe anatomy there, just like that, and then bicep sort of goes out and down that way, and then like shoulder muscles here. So maybe like starts at the bicep like that, and then something down here as well. And this always goes into like the armpit sort of area there. And like the side of the body maybe. Bring it down, just going in that way. Bicep line there. Right, so he's a strong looking dude. Okay, so a little more, we'll just go, say like abdominal muscles, right? So we'll just add like 2 there. These come down, around, so there's lots of ways of doing this now. So just these sort of square like abdominals. And then obliques, just like some ribs and stuff coming this way. Alright, so and you can like do that kind of whatever. Yeah, add some hatching and things. Yeah, just kind of get a feel for it. Alright, so real muscly kind of dude, right? So then that blue section of his costume, right? That blue V. So we've got like this arrow in the center, okay? So it like comes down here. And then we bring it back up, curving across his chest to there. And then this comes across like so. And then this goes up over his collarbone, so it goes like that way, right? And then this side up over the collarbone, right? So that's black in there, and then it's blue on the other side. So the other side comes down from, say, his chest here, right down to the middle of his abs. And then we do the same thing on this side, pretty much. These will go down his shoulders as well. All right, and then they come down sort of the shoulder here, so they'll go sort of bump a little bit around the folds, and then curve down his shoulder there. Kind of do the same thing on this side, so you want to like wrinkle it a bit, just to make it look a bit more realistic when it goes over his arms like that. Right, so that's basically him, right? So then those sticks right on the side of on his back, right? So we're going to put one here. So we'll just go, there's no real rule to this, so you just go diagonal. Yeah, that's a good size. And then another one here, and then we just bring them straight down. towards his back. Like so. And then we'll go to there. Down there. And then if you want, you can add lines across, much as you want, you know. I'm not really sure what the handles look like because they're just black in the picture I'm drawn from, so I'm just gonna do these sorts of things across, and they could be smooth, I'm not sure, but we'll just do this. Right, so, and then like if you want, sometimes you can thicken up your edge lines of the character, you know. It helps sometimes. Right, roughly like that. But I think I'll leave it there. That is how to draw Nightwing from DC. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.